What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Let Me Finish. This is your boy Dom.
It's been so long.
No, it's been a while.
This is Greg. I forgot how we do this.
I know.
Hey, that's how we do it. And this is Antonio, the third of the podcast.
I know it's been 2 weeks.
You got like an inferiority
I
complex with that shit.
don't get it every single time. It's been 2 weeks since you have last heard our voices, and we are so happy to be back.
We really are.
Life has been lifing
hard,
and we just needed to take a quick little break.
But
Get a schedule set, and we're back. And hopefully we still have listeners out there. It's only been 2 weeks.
Hey, we're going to find more listeners, but hey, we miss you guys.
Yes.
We miss you. Hopefully an ad played before our ep.
Yes.
Recorded by the third of the podcast, Antonio. He's selling himself for our pod.
I'm selling my voice, not my body.
And that's growth, ladies and gentlemen. That is growth.
We won't talk about that.
If they only knew, yeah.
So what's been going on? It's been 2 weeks since they have heard us. What's been going on, everybody?
Ooh.
A lot and nothing. You know, like life has been lifing, but in a good way and a bad way. I feel like there's been some breakthroughs at work. Things have been kind of tough. Had a really good talk with my boss. Went to Chicago last week. Been doing a lot of like friends, social things. Not with y'all. I miss you guys. You know, I feel like that we know that we're gonna see each other every week, so we stop making plans.
That's a good point. We haven't. So, just to give some clarification on the podcast, we have literally not seen each other since we last recorded. And like Greg said, life's just been lifing like crazy. So, this is kind of refreshing to like sit at the table and, see each other.
Yeah, cool. It definitely makes you appreciate it when you don't have it for a minute.
For sure.
Hope our listeners feel the same.
I know that I can say that I missed it. And I don't ever want to go that long. But life has definitely been quickly going by. These days are just like speeding by like crazy. I know for me, it's just been a lot of work. Work for me has been so stressful. It's always this stressful during the summertime because of the type of job I do. People just are more active during the summer. So it just allows me to be more busy, which is great because I have a job and it keeps me working. But sometimes you just need to take a mental break and just take care of yourself. And so work has been stressful. I took a self-care day yesterday.
Ooh, I need that. So what does that entail for Dom?
I went and got a pedicure.
I need one.
I definitely need a pedicure.
Yeah, I went to the spa, had a spa day.
Spa Castle?
Yeah, went there, just relaxed a little bit. Went to the sauna, just relaxed and got a lot of stuff off my mind.
Good.
And just kind of went home and chilled and just try to just take it easy.
Did you see any nice butts?
A couple of nice butts. I will say that there was some nice butts there.
Well, there's always something to see there. At least.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've never been during the week, so
You'll be surprised.
Yeah.
It's not so bad during the week either.
Yes. The spa is the best place to people watch.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
The best place to people watch. But yeah, I've just been taking it easy. Volleyball is over.
Oh, thank God! This is the sound effect is very crucial in here. Like cheer, confetti, balloons.
So yeah, volleyball's over right now. I'm taking the summer off, so I'm not playing volleyball this summer.
Thank
just
God.
because I have some traveling that I'm doing, and I just want to like take it easy on my body. Kind of hurt my knee a couple of weeks ago, so I'm just trying to nurse that back to health. But other than that, yeah, that's what's been going on.
Well, I heard you placed fourth in your volleyball tournament.
We did. I don't even know how you heard that or where you got that, but
I didn't hear it.
I was on the news.
There were in my division there was like 12 teams, probably 12 teams in our tournament, and my team placed fourth, which is very unexpected because we didn't do that great during the season, but we did really good during the tournament. So I'm proud of them. Yeah.
Okay, so y'all are like the Lakers of the gay volleyball league.
I guess so.
Oh, I want to shout out a listener. It was my best friend from college, my soulmate, Anna, and her mother. I call her Mama. She is my second mother. She listened to the religion episode, and I just went on a walk, my daily walk, kind of peaceful. and she, you know, gave us feedback, and I really appreciated it because she came from a kind of a scholarly standpoint. She talked about like the difference between spirituality and like institutional religion. You can be spiritual without the institution. She talked about Buddhism, how a lot of people think that it's not a religion, it's a philosophy. And she talked a little bit about like how Hebrew was translated by King James.
Oh, she
and
got deep.
She got very deep. So it was great to hear a different perspective. I mean, obviously we talked about our own experience, but like to hear from someone that actually knows what they're talking about.
So she studied it. So she has a.
She's, I think, English major. I could be totally wrong, but she, you know, is
It's like
very
an educational background.
Yeah, she's a teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a teacher. Was an English teacher. So that's very appreciated. I just wanted to shout out my mama. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your feedback.
Yes, thank you so much. And thank you for all of the listeners out there who see us and come up to us and tell us that they're listening and that they enjoy the podcast. We appreciate you guys for sticking it out with us.
Yeah, keep spreading it. And yeah, definitely shout out to Anna because, what was it? It was Anna. I'm sorry.
Anna. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Shout out to Anna because, no, that was, I had so many thoughts after the religious episode because I don't want to say that I muted myself or whatnot, but I have so many deeper feelings about religion, but that's a deep conversation. But I really enjoyed that episode. I really enjoyed the like even getting feedback from it is really cool. So
Yes.
shout out to her for that. That was
Yeah. Well, Anna's my friend, and then Maria's her mom. But she also said that like our stories being gay men in the church like needs to be told. So
because it's a different perspective than her. Like her understanding from it studied, but our experiences, real life, are different, obviously. So yeah.
Right.
You know what? I just love that type of feedback when you can have a conversation about something from your perspective, but then just getting different perspectives. You get the gay perspective, a straight perspective, scholarly perspective. I love all that coming together to like to just figure some shit out.
We're just missing the lesbian perspective.
Do we need this? I don't know.
do we need it? Tone, come on. You said it first.
My friend,
I'm pinning that on you.
my very great friend Austin, I'm missing her name a while back, and we had a conversation about the podcast, and she was so upset because she really wanted a code name. So I'm gonna call her Austin. But yeah, I would love to have her on when we have that episode.
Is she in
for
Dallas?
Sure. She's in Austin.
Okay, well we can make it happen.
Yeah, we need to make it happen. We do need the lesbian perspective.
Yeah, and you know we do because like I don't know many lesbians. I don't have like a personal relationship with one. I've never really quite been friends with one, so I don't know their story or that perspective. So I love to hear about it. You know,
They're great.
They are.
I gotta say, they have the confidence of man, but the intelligence of woman.
which is
That's a great way to put that.
I've always thought that.
For sure. And so this week we're just gonna have a fun conversation. You know, we've been gone for 2 weeks, so we just wanted to come in and talk about something fun. We're just gonna talk about a few of our favorite things, that being anything, music, movies, relationships, restaurants. We're gonna just throw some random shit out there, and hopefully you guys agree with us or not, or you can give us feedback on some of your favorite things.
Wait, I've never heard you curse on the podcast.
What
I
did he
definitely
say?
have cursed on the podcast.
Shit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so our favorite shit. You just
Wow.
This is the first episode. I cursed on the
I don't
first
think you curse a lot.
episode.
Letting
Shit, I
loose.
guess.
Oh, you know which episode. You're like at minute 5,
Yeah.
33 seconds.
I gotta edit it and make sure I gotta put explicit.
Yeah, Don
in there.
is our editor, so yeah.
So let's kick things off. Let's start here. What's your favorite genre of music? Where do you gravitate to?
I mean, at the end of the year when Spotify, does that like percentage of what you listen to, it's like I feel like it's always like indie hip hop is what I get.
Oh, nice. Okay. For me, it's like R&B, and pop. I'm always really embarrassed to share my Spotify end of the year thing because people are gonna judge me when they see like Ariana Grande at the top
Lord.
and like Beyonce or Megan Thee Stallion or something like that.
I
But
will say,
I love
yeah.
R&B.
R&B, you like Ari Lennox? Who else?
Yes.
Who's your girl?
Summer Walker.
Summer
I love
Walker, that's
Summer
what you
Walker.
always
Ari
forget.
Lennox.
I mean, I'm indifferent about Ari Lennox. I think she's very talented. She has a beautiful voice. I can't get into all of her music, but I think she's very talented. I will say that.
Chloe Bailey, you just went to a
Yeah, we
concert.
just went to her concert. I'm a big R&B head, so that's probably my favorite genre. What about you?
So I think usually I think me and Greg kind of aligned a little bit on our music taste. It's not like straight hip hop, but kind of like indie hip hop, where it's not like I don't like necessarily commercial shit, but it falls in more of the hip hop. I don't want to say alternative. I hate that word alternative, but
Yeah.
I guess
what does
indie
it
hip
mean?
hop. I guess
Indie
just
hip hop.
like non-mainstream hip hop, basically. That's
Right.
kind of like my top
Like,
go-to.
like name a couple artists. Like what? Like
Actually,
Vince
okay.
Staples.
Let me pull up my Spotify right
Is
now.
Vince Staples indie hip hop?
How do you
I think he's pretty mainstream.
kind of, but not mainstream?
Like people know of him, but they
like
don't know
it's
of
played
him.
on the radio.
He's not played on the radio. So all right.
Vince Staples is not played on the radio.
No,
No.
he doesn't make radio friendly music.
I mean, I guess I can believe it. Don't ask me to name one Vince Staples song. I'm not going to be able to do it.
Exactly.
All right, so I'm just pulling up my Spotify right now, which, by the way, we are on Spotify, www.spotify.com/podcasters. By the way, I'm doing ad reads now, so you'll probably hear my voice on the ad read. That's me.
Your ad read voice is like something else.
It took like an hour to do that. Like I read it so many times over and over, and I stuttered and stopped and cursed myself out.
Y'all give Antonio a shout out for his ad read if you hear it.
Yeah, if you hear it. All right, so these are some. Okay, you know what? Somebody I'm listening to right now is La Russell. Have you heard of La Russell?
No.
So he's like fully independent, no major, just makes a bunch of music that's like unmastered, just totally independent. I got some Miguel, I got Chance the Rapper, Anderson .Paak.
Miguel and Chance the Rapper are definitely more mainstream.
So there's some mainstream, right? But I got some Smino, Tyler the Creator, who I guess you could say he's mainstream even though he's not radio friendly music, but Tyler the Creator.
I see Summer Walker on there.
Yeah, I got one of his.
You like Summer Walker?
A couple R&B joints get sprinkled into my playlist every now and then.
You like
gotta switch it
SZA?
up.
SZA's album is heavy in my playlist.
Okay.
I got some of her stuff. You know what it is with R&B? I don't hate R&B. I just don't relate to a lot of it. But every now and again, somebody catches my attention, and I just gravitate towards that album. So
Heartbreaker Antonio cannot relate to R&B music.
I can't. No.
That blows my mind.
Still a Heartbreaker.
Yeah.
I got called a Heartbreaker like a month ago.
Really? I thought you changed your ways.
It's like a past situation that someone was like, "Oh yeah, I know your friend. Are y'all still hanging out?" No, and it's like, "Oh, okay."
We'll have to unpack that in another episode. Greg, who are you listening to these days?
Oh,
Anybody new?
I really liked what's his name? Absol. His
didn't like
album
that.
was really
I
good.
didn't like that album.
You didn't?
I couldn't get into it.
I enjoyed it. And then I just be listening to like my curated playlist. The algorithm knows me well at this point and finding music that way. I like the SZA. I like there's an artist called Nourished by Time that I'm really into, and it's kind of like Prince, funky, 80s sounding. But we got to put each other onto this music. I want to hear La Russell.
But again, a lot of his music is not fully polished, but it's just raw. It's a lot of motivational shit. It's for me. You might like some of it. I don't know.
But like, what about podcasts?
Oh, that's a good one.
Favorite podcast? Yeah. You know what?
You can go.
No. I want to say that I recently started switching up my podcast because I think I've been listening to podcasts in general for it's been maybe 6-7 years. Mm-hmm. And I kind of realized at some point you kind of outgrow certain things, like certain content. Like one thing I'll say I used to listen to a lot was The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
They put their episodes as podcasts, but I started to realize the rhetoric and some of the stuff they say, I just really didn't enjoy it. So I stopped listening to that. But right now, like my podcasts are a mix of like some sports related, some are just funny comedy, comedians. Of course, Let Me Finish, because that's like the most fire podcast.
Of course.
Right.
There's a couple like self-help. I wouldn't call it self-help. One is called Hidden Brain. It's just more like different stories about, confidence or taking the leap of faith.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I actually really like that title.
Hidden Brain I actually pay like $5 to Patreon for it
to
donate to them because like I get so much mentally from it. But then I get like All the Smoke, which is just about some sports shit. T-Pain has a funny podcast, Nappy Boy Radio. Mm-hmm. It's just him doing interviews, but it's just so funny. It's just one of those like I don't care about shit. It's funny. So I have a good mix of podcasts.
I think for me, podcasts, I listen to Sisters Who Kill. It's a podcast hosted by two black women who talk about a true crime that involve black women who commit the crime, and it looks from their perspective on different situations and how they were treated fairly, if they were treated fairly. It's a really, really good podcast if you're into true crime. So that's definitely one of my favorites. Another one of my favorite podcasts is Sibling Rivalry with Bob the Drag Queen and Monet Exchange. I recently started listening to them last year, and their conversations that they have are very funny. And being a new fan of Drag Race and those being two of my favorite drag queens, I love that podcast. It's pretty great.
Cool. I like comedy podcasts. I listen to Seek Treatment. I've been listening to it for feels like 5 years now, and they're kind of, I know you hate this word, but alternative comedians. And it's like, oh.
I don't really get that. What's an alternative comedian?
They're kind of, I guess it depends on what clubs they play in, venues, what kind of comedy they're doing, if it's straight stand up or so they're basically Pat and Kat.
Okay.
And they're really funny, and I've been listening so long that I feel like they're my friends, That's the good thing about a podcast, when you're just it's comforting.
You get to know them.
Yeah. And so then the other one that's my friends is Undisputed with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
It's just so comforting, and just listen to them argue.
Shannon Sharp is comforting for you?
Yes. Just, I can listen to them talk all day long, right? They're just, the way that they banter and the way that they, their deep knowledge and, know the ins and outs of not just, games, but also just general managers at the back office and stuff like that is just, it's intriguing and really relaxing.
I hate that. I'm
sorry.
You hate that for me.
No, I probably would never listen to that podcast, but I'm glad you enjoy it. What about movies?
Ooh.
What's your guys' favorite movie?
All right, so I had to jump in there because I just saw. Okay, I hadn't seen a movie this entire year because I've just been busy with work and life or whatever, right? I finally went to go see on Friday Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which
I heard that was good.
By the way, actually was really good, right? Because I hated the second one, or I just didn't enjoy the second one very much. And I'm a big Marvel head. And when I say I'm a Marvel head, I didn't read all the comics as a kid, nothing like that. But I enjoy the movies. I typically have gone to see every movie opening weekend for the most part. Mm-hmm. But this year I just kind of fell off. I still haven't seen Ant-Man. Something else came out. I didn't see that. But I'm trying to get caught up. But I saw that. So I enjoy sci-fi because what I realize I enjoy about movies is I enjoy things that take you out of your normal reality. The funny thing I'll say about that is the ex that I dated, he only liked any type of content, TV, that was based in general reality. He didn't like anything that had any type of fantasy, anything that wasn't realistic, just people talking, real life situations. He couldn't watch it. And I realized I enjoy things that take you out of your normal reality. So that's why I love the Marvel stuff and just anything that just takes you out of normal life. Because normal life it is what it is. It doesn't suck, but it's just, I need an escape from my normal reality. That doesn't involve me taking drugs. So,
Yeah.
He doesn't sound like fun.
No comment.
My favorite movie, don't make fun of me, but my favorite movie is Gone in 60 Seconds with Nicolas Cage and Angelina Jolie. I love that movie.
Okay.
Just because I love cars.
I've never seen it.
It's good.
It's a really good movie. For it to be a Nicolas Cage movie, it's a really good movie.
Would you expect to hear that from Dom?
I mean, yeah, he drives a Camaro. Yeah. I can see that.
I wanted a Mustang forever after seeing that movie. I just really wanted a Mustang. Because the way they just talk about cars and the way they go about stealing them and, he did it for his family. It's a really great movie.
It was a good movie. I saw it in theaters because that's when the time when your parents would drop you off, and you'd be with your friends. And that was I remember being the edge of my seat, right? And they should have made sequels. That's a franchise right there. I
agree.
Speaking of sequels.
What?
There's Fast 10 coming out.
That's what I meant, yeah.
Is that one of your favorite movies or something?
Fast Furious?
Yeah.
I probably dropped off Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, everybody dropped off.
Yeah, I am bad with movies, y'all. I feel like the last movie I saw was Avatar. I can talk about TV.
The new one?
Yeah, The Way of Water.
Okay.
The first one? No. I saw the new one, and it was with family during Christmas. But something about like I can watch an hour, and people always say this, but I can watch like 3 hours of 3 episodes of television, but like a movie, I'm like, that's too long. But I did start Air last night.
Is that good?
It's really good,
I heard
but
it's good.
haven't finished it.
I want to watch that too.
I do want to see
I heard it
that.
was really good.
Yeah, it's funny.
But what's your favorite movie? Do you
Or
have
genre,
a
or
favorite
just
movie that you
Favorite movie?
Or just favorite genre though.
I'm a comedy guy through
I
and
mean,
through, which
I
I
think
can't
we do
remember the
that.
last like funny comedy I've seen, but like I like back in the day when it was like Seth Rogen, Judd Apatow type, like Knocked Up, 40-year-old version. I think Superbad's my favorite movie, honestly.
Oh, okay. That's a
Or
good
like
choice.
Role Models. Have y'all seen that?
Yep.
That shit is
Role models.
so good.
I think no, that's my favorite movie.
That's
yes.
so good.
We watched a Little Nicky the other night, and I was like, I
forgot about
forgot how stupid these movies were, but just how funny they
They
were.
were so good.
Yeah, I really love Adam Sandler. He's had some bad movies, but
Simpler times.
yeah.
When we thought, shoving a pineapple up Hitler's ass, which is hilarious.
Comedy gold.
Comedy gold. What's your favorite food?
Mexican all day, baby.
Gosh.
See, I'm always okay with the Friday night suggestions. Like, I've never had a problem with the dinner suggestions.
Give the people a backstory about Friday night dinners.
Yeah.
Well, two of our best friends, Ireland and Dallas, our friends are really good about being like, let's have a Friday night dinner. And the three of us are, I wouldn't say lazy when it comes to friendship, but like we're not picking cute little restaurants to go eat at. So Ireland and Dallas, it's so hard to say, are like friends that like get us out of our comfort zone in our show. And they always choose Mexican. They always margaritas. And they live really close to me, so the restaurant is always right by my house.
Literally.
So I've never had a problem. And if you guys are listening, hey, let's bring it back. Friday night margaritas.
I'm just gonna put some suggestions out there because while I love the idea of having dinner with my friends every Friday, I absolutely love it. I don't necessarily always like having Mexican food every single time, and then when it's like, okay, throw suggestions out there, it still ends up with Mexican food. So, I mean, as long as we can have a little variety, out there, let's get Chinese sometime. Let's get sushi.
What I'm hearing is build a wall, basically. Sorry, joke. That's a joke. Oh, by the way, okay, we didn't. I meant to do this on the last episode, but technically, Ireland is now a U.S. citizen, so we need to give him a hand clap for that.
Yeah.
He's still Ireland, but he's Ireland/Texas, U.S. I don't know, whatever. So, yeah, no, we should do our Friday night's dinner. So, as far as food for me, I'm like basic, right? I don't think about food a lot. I don't get excited about it. Granted, I don't want to eat the same thing every day, but I do like Mexican. But if I had to do a favorite of any type of food, it's basic. I'm from Atlanta, and it's going to be pizza and wings. Specifically, lemon pepper wet, if they make it right. But a crispy, wet sauce, 10-piece fried wings is my go-to. It's high on sodium. My fingers feel fat. I feel awful when I eat it afterwards, but that's like my favorite thing to eat.
But can we unpack that for a second? What do you mean you don't get excited about food?
Food doesn't excite me. Like, food is for consumption, right? Food is for survival.
Yeah.
Like,
He's the type that's like, food is fuel,
food has a purpose, right? I don't just think about food a lot. Like, example, our Friday night dinners, right? They're fun. Like, I'm not excited about the food at all. Like, I don't give a fuck if it's Mexican, if it's pasta, if it's grilled chicken. It doesn't fucking matter. It's just more like, let's just hang out, whatever.
There's not one food out there besides pizza and wings. That doesn't even sound like it excites me, but nothing that just like, like I'm so excited to have.
But when
it.
you're starving, aren't you like, ooh, what should I get? Should
No,
I
I'm
get
just
this?
like,
Should I get that?
I need to cure my hunger. That's the
That
shit.
is
Sure?
So
No, I don't know how to explain it. Food doesn't excite me.
what's your favorite restaurant here in Dallas? One place that you just can't get enough of.
I like Freebirds. They're
Oh
cool.
my god,
Mexican.
This is so ridiculous.
But it's like, it's healthy. Or you can make it healthy. You make it unhealthy. But it's like, you get your bowl, you get your rice, you customize it. It's usually pretty consistent. I don't know, like, favorite. See, like, I've always struggled with the favorite food question because I don't think about food doesn't excite me. So I don't have like this, I can't, like if you say let's go to birthday dinner, I don't have like a set place I would want to go. Like, yeah, I would find something cool to do, but I don't have like this, we got to go here and have the whatever. It's food. It's
Next.
Right. My favorite restaurant here in Dallas is probably a restaurant called Wabi House. It is a ramen place.
You like ramen?
I love ramen.
Bitch, you never told me this.
It's in.
Yeah, you never told me
I
this.
love ramen.
It's.
Why didn't you tell us that?
Why have we never had ramen?
It sounds like you're getting pretty excited about
Okay,
ramen.
Oh, you're getting excited about food.
Right.
We caught him in a lie.
Caught him in a lie.
Nobody ever wants ramen. So, but it's like ramen's typically like a cold weather thing. So I don't eat it like in the summer, but I love ramen.
You can eat it anytime, Antonio.
Don't listen to Antonio. One time he said he doesn't enjoy pooping. What kind of monster doesn't enjoy pooping?
See, I just can't.
When did I say that?
We were at Ireland in Dallas's house.
I did say that. And why were we talking about that?
Because we talk about everything.
Yeah, I don't know how that came up, but I don't enjoy.
It's a complicated. It's a complicated.
I don't enjoy a lot of.
What's your favorite bowel movement?
We have
No.
a lot to unpack with Antonio in these upcoming episodes. We're just going to work on it each episode.
Yeah.
I got problems.
Greg, what's your favorite restaurant here in Dallas?
Favorite restaurant here in Dallas? Oh man, I've been checking out Bishop Arts. I've been exploring Bishop Arts because I just kind of moved in this area.
Yeah.
And I've never been to Lockhart Barbecue.
Oh, me either.
It's good. It's expensive, but it's delicious. Also, over there, I found I'm always in search of the best burrito, right? Mm-hmm. It's called Tacos and Chiles, and it's a breakfast burrito. It's so spicy and good.
I love a breakfast
So
burrito.
I think my favorite just kind of like varies from where I live, and
Yeah.
also like what I haven't worn out yet by
Yeah.
just overeating. So those are my two spots right now.
Nice. Okay.
TV. What about
Yeah.
TV?
Oh, like favorite TV show?
Or favorite TV show or what you've been watching?
Well, my favorite TV show is True Blood.
Okay.
I think I said this before. I'm really big into like vampires. And speaking of Nicolas Cage, he has a new vampire movie where he plays Dracula or something like that. I need to go see that. But yeah, True Blood, I love that show. It's one show that I've seen every single episode, and I watch it every year in October. Just because it's spooky season and it's kind of like a horror fantasy type of show. It's really great. So that's probably my favorite TV show.
You watch the whole series from front to back in
front
October?
to back. Yeah.
Okay.
I try to do it at least once a year. Mostly during October is when I'll try to just restart the season because I love the show so much. As in what I'm currently watching, Survivor, Hell's Kitchen.
Is there a new season of Survivor?
Yeah, there's a new season of Survivor, Hell's Kitchen. I love competition shows like that. That's the type of reality TV that I watch. It's really hard for me to sit down and watch a series these days. I get so distracted. Memphis is really big on like police shows, like SWV and like hospital shows, 911. Like he'll just sit there and watch all of those episodes, and that to me is boring. Those type of TV shows. So, yeah.
Well, y'all got more than one TV, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
So which TV is yours? I mean, like when you want to watch something and he wants to watch something, like who gets the couch?
He's normally in the living room.
Okay.
And then I'm normally in the bedroom watching TV, or I'm in the office playing my game. So, yeah. What about
game?
you guys? Fortnite.
Is that your favorite game?
It's not my favorite game, but it's what I've been playing right now.
By the way, we need a rematch in 2K because that wasn't something happened last time we played 2K.
Nothing happened. You just got beat.
Like something was wrong with the controller?
Yeah,
or
something- I don't know,
Something was wrong with the
The
controller.
joystick was
I think there was
sticking.
a glitch. I think there was a glitch in the system. Like
He just
I don't know.
lost, ladies and gentlemen.
No, like my players,
Don't be a sore loser. Take your L.
My players
okay?
weren't moving right. It was weird on defense. Like the stick wouldn't move. I think.
What players did you pick? Who'd you have?
Do I have Boston? I feel like I had Boston.
I had the Grizzlies. I know that. I remember that. So
I've been thinking about getting a game console. After we went to Cider Data, I was like, I kind of need
An
some
escape.
mindless entertainment.
yeah,
Honestly, don't do it.
no,
Yeah.
you should do it.
I bought my PS5. Well, this is me because I'm so fucking busy. I bought my PS5 in Christmas. I was all excited.
Uh-huh.
I played it for like 2 weeks and I haven't played it since.
Yeah, you were supposed to play Fortnite. I had Antonio download Fortnite so we could play it, and just never happened.
And you know what happened? Life started lifing.
Life started life.
Life needs to quit life.
Antonio has a VR.
Oh, cool! I did that. The Oculus.
Yeah,
Yes.
I told you got to bring it over. So I'm gonna have a game night,
The
and
problem-
I'm gonna invite you guys. And that game night is gonna consist of us playing Monopoly all night.
Oh, okay. So board
I'm down
games or
for that.
video games?
Both. I
Okay.
love board games. I love video
I do
games.
too. Do you have
so-
Monopoly?
Yes, I do.
I'll be down for that.
Fun fact: I have a Ninja Turtles Monopoly board that I've never opened.
That's a very fun fact. I would say
Don't
that's a
open it.
cute fact.
Don't open it.
I'm not gonna open it. It's gonna be worth some money one day.
Yeah.
Okay, side note. Back to TV shows. What's your favorite show? What are you currently watching?
Oh man. So TV I can't talk about. So I just watched this show which I highly recommend. It's called Jury Duty. It's on Amazon Prime.
I
Have you
wanna
heard of
watch
it?
that, yeah.
It's so good. So the premise is, Tone, have you heard of it? So basically it's this jury duty of a trial, right? And it's filmed as a reality show where it's just like documentary style, what it's like for these jurors to be like hearing a trial and deliberating and all of this. The catch is it's all actors except for one juror. So basically think like
Heard about it. I have heard about it.
Impractical Jokers, but it's like season long, and it's like they're all actors, but there's one guy who's real, and so he thinks all this crazy shit that's happening is like part of this like jury duty he's supposed to be on, and he's like the foreman of the juror or whatever, the speaker. So it's funny. I think it's made by like some of the people that made The Office, and it's like
Oh, okay.
touching, and you get to like really see this guy's character. So highly recommend that.
Yes,
I
I want
watch
to watch that.
Succession, which is Power for White People. I watch Barry. HBO Max is killing it. Yeah.
Did you watch The Last of Us?
Yes.
I haven't
Yes.
watched the last episode, so don't spoil it. I'm going to watch it eventually,
Oh, you have watched every episode except the last one?
except for the last episode.
Oh, you gotta watch it, Dom.
That's the first TV show I would say that's like
You cried.
got me emotional. I played the video game, so I already know the story, but still, like, those episodes can get really touching. And I'm not an emotional person like that, so like watching something on TV that like gets me emotional, like it's like I don't want to just go back to it and just watch. Like I need a break.
It's intense for sure. It is intense. It's not feel good at all.
So, what's your favorite show of all time?
Oh, of all time, that's so hard.
Oh, can I guess?
What?
Is it The Office?
I mean,
Okay, I get another one.
No.
yeah.
Parks and Rec.
Oh no, I don't love that show.
Oh,
I don't know. That's hard though.
It's Always Sunny.
Maybe. Yeah, you're getting warmer. It's hard for me to pick. I think that at the end of the episode, I'll be like, oh, this is actually my favorite episode. But like, The Office is actually a great show, but
It is.
It's fire.
it's hard for me to say that's my favorite show. It seems too obvious. You know what I'm saying?
What about you, Antonio? What are you watching? What's your favorite show?
All right, so I'm going to be the black sheep of
Gosh.
this topic, like I always am.
You hate TV.
I don't hate TV. I've not. Okay,
He doesn't feel anything. I don't.
I'm
He doesn't
empty
need
inside.
TV.
You know, I'm really hurting inside of my podcast friends are making fun of me. I'm joking. All right, so here's the deal, right? I don't watch a ton of TV. I keep saying this, and I've said this so many times in the podcast. The last 6 months of life have been insane and life changing, just busy, right? I think another reason I kind of pulled away from watching a lot of TV is in my last relationship. My last relationship started during the pandemic. I watched more TV in that year and a half, 2 years than I had in like 6 years because that's all he did.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking blame or whatever, but I watched so much TV. We watched everything. And I've never been a big TV watcher, but I watch a couple series here. So right now, the most recent thing that I did watch was Abbott Elementary.
Oh, yeah.
Which I love that show. It's funny. It's 30 minutes. It's cute. Quinta is amazing. The cast, everybody's great. So I've watched that. Right now, I'm watching the NBA playoffs, which is not a TV show, but for
Yeah, me too.
For me, it is. So like, I'm pretty much. I come home, I'll turn that on. I'll turn on the highlights.
There's no more drama than that.
It's very dramatic and everything happening and John Morant, all this fun stuff. So I'm watching a lot of basketball right now. I'm even watching hockey now. A couple of friends who are big Stars, Dallas Stars fans. So I'm watching a little bit of hockey here and there, which is kind of fun. I don't have like an overall favorite show of all time. Like I will say this, I'm a big Seinfeld guy. That was always one of my favorite
my
shows.
dad loves Seinfeld.
Seinfeld was fire. Like that dry comedy was just fire. I did like The Office a lot. Like of course, growing up, I watched all like the Martins. Still, Fresh Prince is still like one of my top like favorite shows from back in the day. What else did I watch? You know, we did The Family Matters, all that stuff. But the current only thing is Abbott, and I actually recently like disabled most of my Netflix, Disney Plus, all that stuff because I just wasn't watching anything. So I let it all
Good for you.
discontinue. Succession, Greg mentioned that. I know the new season is out, and that show was actually really amazing. But at some point, I'll resubscribe and get caught up to season 4.
Yeah, and it's the last season too. But
This is it.
I'm almost jealous of you because like I think it's a good show to binge.
Yeah.
So just hold off, and then when it's over, you can just finish it.
Yeah.
And that's one that like Dom, you're talking about. You watch True Blood yearly. I think I would like
Watch that.
start it all over again. You know, because
I would too. Yeah,
Oh, good.
I'll start over on that.
And you guys know what we're watching this summer together, right?
What, the Olympics?
No,
Big Brother.
We're not watching that. Sorry.
We agreed on this podcast that,
Roll back
we,
the tapes.
that we would
We
watch
did, but I was lying.
Big Brother this season.
I was capping though.
What
It's a just oh my gosh.
What night of the week is it on?
It's on 3 nights a week.
Oh,
3 nights a week?
But I wouldn't expect you guys to
Wait.
watch
3 nights a
episode.
week?
3 episodes? Like
Yes.
3 new episodes a week?
Why?
How long is it? An hour?
No, they're not.
It's an hour.
Probably about an hour.
Who got that much time?
Is that why you're not doing volleyball this summer?
Wait, how much content is happening on that show that they need 3 nights a week?
Well, you have the competition, then you have people get put on a block, and then
All right.
somebody gets eliminated. It's segments.
How much of it is just them talking on the couch?
Like 99%.
Not 99%. There's
98.
a lot of stuff that happens.
I don't
okay?
even watch the show. I know it's half of it is them on the couch just talking about each other. Like that bitch and somebody
Yeah.
fucked somebody. Because I know they got the little black and white cam in the room and like you see the bed going.
Oh
it's
yeah, I
not
love the
like
reality
that.
TV black and white cam. You're like,
It's like
and it's just
that.
like it just shows the covers moving and they're under the covers, and you're like, ooh, sex.
Y'all are silly. Favorite season?
Of what?
Fall, winter, summer.
I mean, the segue from TV to you're like, we're getting really specific. What's your favorite episode of TV?
I love it. I'm a spring summer. Can I say spring summer? I can't say one summer because I don't mind. Shut up.
Not spring, summer, fall.
No, not fall. Fall's cool.
I mean, there's only 4. You got to pick one.
Yeah, no. Summer. I don't mind. I don't mind sweating because, like, okay, I like being outside. Outside is the sun is my everything, and spring is great, but summer's longer. So I don't mind sweating. 95 degrees, 105. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. It's annoying sometimes, but otherwise, when you sweat, it's like it is what it is. So I like summer.
No, totally agreed. I'd rather be hot than cold.
Same.
And I don't mind sweating either. There's just something about fall. It's just kind of a magical time, you know? It starts getting cooler. Like, the leaves start changing. It's football season. There's just like kind of a smell in the air that's like, ooh, it's
Fall
very
does smell
cozy.
good. Fall does smell good. I love it.
Yeah.
I do that.
You'll give me that? Okay,
I can
good.
do that. Yeah.
I hate being cold. I absolutely hate being cold. Fall, winter, I just don't vibe with any type of cold weather. I'm a warm baby. Like Antonio said, I'm okay with sweating. I don't know. I just hate being cold. I hate being cold. So the summertime, more stuff goes on during the summer. You get to go to the pool.
It's that too.
You get barbecues and
Yeah.
you get to
Travel.
travel.
Yeah.
Like
'Cause nobody wants to travel in December.
yeah, there's more stuff. More people are outside. There's more stuff going on. Like if you try to get me outside during the fall, it's probably not going to happen. I like being in the house when it's cold.
Nobody's road tripping in January or February.
No, not at all. You can't even drive on the roads.
Truth. Yeah, I like summer. It's about to be summer. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be lit. I say that every summer, and then it's just kind of like nah. But the summer's gonna be lit.
The summer is what you make it.
Yeah. I think we have decent summers, you know. We're in Texas, you know. None of us have a pool yet, but, you know.
I
But
mean,
we know so many people with pools.
do we?
I
With
mean,
apartment
I do.
pools, you have an apartment pool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do know somebody with a pool.
Yeah, and then I have some friends that just bought a house and they have a pool. So maybe if they're nice enough to have a barbecue or something, we can go over there and swim in their pool.
We'll bring food and drinks.
Yeah, we'll clean up after ourselves.
Yeah,
I won't pee in the pool.
you might.
I might.
It happens.
You're already there. Like, why wouldn't you not pee in the pool?
It's chlorine.
Yeah. I like the fact that you could just pee right next to somebody and they just never
That
know.
is disgusting.
That's kind of nasty.
Gross.
Okay, whatever.
So you were talking about sports earlier today. Do you have a favorite sport?
That would be basketball. I am a big basketball guy. I was that kid that thought I was going to make the NBA when I was a kid. And, of course, I was nowhere near that. But I've always loved it. It was just easy. Like, growing up, my introduction to basketball was, like, literally a milk crate on the mailbox. That's what me and my brother played on. Until my parents, like, went and bought us a basketball goal, like, from Walmart for, like, one Christmas. And I've always loved it. I still play it to this day. I'll be at the gym, and I feel like one day I'll be in the NBA crossing somebody up. Even though like I'm 36 and my ankles are trash, but I don't know. I'm a big basketball guy. I've always loved it. Just still love it. Watch it every day.
Do you play pickup games at the gym?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I played a couple games on Sunday. We actually won 2 games. It was like 3-on-3. We won 2 games. My back was hurting because I'm old, but it was fun. I love it.
I want to see Antonio play basketball.
Yeah,
Have you seen him
would
play
you ever do
basketball?
like a league? No, I've never seen him.
I kind of have done a little bit of leagues here and there. Like I did like a charity league one time, but you know what sucks about it? Like I enjoy it. It's fun. I'm competitive, but I'm not like super serious about it. A couple years ago, I played in a charity game with a former coworker, and what happened is these 19-year-olds came up, and they were like D1, D2 college athletes, and I'm like, why am I getting dunked on by 19-year-olds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my hops ain't that great. Like I'm not that great, and I'm like, I'm just out here for charity, and almost getting dunked on. I was like, this ain't it. So
But would you play in a gay basketball league?
I think I would. Yeah, I would. It could be fun.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun for sure.
But Dallas doesn't have any because I've asked about it, and there are some gay leagues around, but Dallas in particular doesn't have any, from as far as my knowledge. But
And that's
real?
so weird. They have fucking pickleball, but they don't have.
well, pickleball's taking over everything.
Yeah, isn't it?
It's gonna be in the Olympics next year.
That's wild.
Is it really?
It's taking over everything.
I knew a guy that played a gay basketball league, but
They're
that
just
was a
not-
while ago.
Yeah, they're just not in. They're around. They're just not in Dallas, but they're all over. But I would play in a gay basketball league. It'd be fun.
I mean, my sport is very obvious. I
Volleyball.
love volleyball, particularly college volleyball. They don't really have professional volleyball, but yeah, it's just such an interesting sport. Once you actually get out there and you actually play it, it's actually a lot of fun. You just have to find the position that works best for you, and just work on that. Like I never really played before on an actual team before I started, and I started watching YouTube videos and started going to open gyms and playing, and it's really, really fun. And I'm a very competitive person as well, so that's probably my favorite sport right now.
Okay. Well, I'm probably like piggyback off Antonio. I like basketball. Like I always played basketball growing up. And, like football as well. Watch games, follow, commentary, Skip and Shannon Undisputed, like just like the competitive, to see people get knocked down and get back up is always
Yeah.
very inspiring to me in my own life. And then also, I follow certain players. I mean, I follow the Mavs, but I wouldn't say that I like specifically have a team. I just have like players that I kind of identify with.
Yeah. Same.
Oh, we should also mention that all 3 of us, we played a sport together.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we play kickball. Yeah.
That was 2022. Yeah, spring 2022. We all played on the gay kickball team, and it's actually really fun.
Yeah, we had a great time. Shout out to those guys.
Yeah,
who
we
were
got
on the team
second.
with. We got second place after being undefeated the entire time.
No, we weren't undefeated. We lost. We lost a goal twice.
I thought we were pretty undefeated.
No,
for
that
the
same
most
team.
part.
Yeah, that same team. did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was that one team.
I
that
thought we were
good.
pretty undefeated.
We were pretty much undefeated.
Yeah, I remember that one team of like all 50-year-olds that we played, and they were
Yeah.
like, "Can y'all stop scoring?"
Yeah.
That just But that was their fault. Like, why would you get a team full of 50-year-olds?
Because they need a social activity.
Yeah, but
I mean, I felt that. I wanted to be on a team that was a little bit looser. It was a little bit too competitive.
Our team was very competitive.
To the point that I was like,
I like competitive.
I like competitive, but like when they decide that you're, belong in the outfield, like, and they got that set in your head, like you never get some game time to like prove yourself. So like I wanted to get on a team that was like worse that I could be better on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Well, we were new, so we didn't know. We just trying. Well, me and Greg were new. Don wasn't new to it. But
No.
are you playing kickball again? Or
No.
Are you like done with it?
I think maybe one day I'll play again, but it's not
Not high on your list.
not high on my list of things.
Me neither. Oh, to me, it was just I enjoyed it. It was just I'm so busy with other shit now. It was hard for me to commit like the 8 weeks to it.
There's no way I could do it.
That's just my thing. It's just
Yeah.
I have commitment
It's
issues clearly.
It's a lot. Like when you play a sport as an adult, like I will say that like that's the best way to meet people if you're ever new to a city. Just go out there, just
fair.
find a sport league. They have literally everything besides basketball. They have everything for people to get out there and just to try, just to
But I
see
will
if you
say,
like it.
at the end of the season, people will try to fuck you. Just keep that
Oh
far.
my gosh.
or during,
During, but for sure after. When the season ends, it's like, hey, what's up?
everybody thought I was straight all season.
Really?
Yeah.
Nobody thought I was straight.
Nobody thought either one of y'all was straight.
No, for sure. Somebody walked up to me and was like, "You're straight, right?"
Just put that out there.
And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Oh yeah, you do kick badly." And then I got a date out of it too.
Oh, but when that date really bad?
I mean,
Wait,
what
with
do you
who?
talk about?
When we talked about it,
Your friend's friend.
the guy.
Oh, yeah.
D&D? It was D&D, right?
D&D.
D&D.
Yeah.
Oh, I
With
love
the-
that.
with the-
D&D.
Yeah, with the-
yeah. Shout out to him.
Nobody asked me out on a date.
Great guy.
I'll give him a second chance. I don't know.
Greg, don't do it.
John was telling me some pretty interesting facts about him that I'm
Greg, don't do
maybe
it.
revisit it.
Greg, that's not it. It's not your type.
What's your favorite job of a guy that you're like interested in? When they tell him that you're like, or what's a job that you like? Okay, you get along with romantically. Like I'll go first. Nurse is hot to me.
Okay.
Chef is really hot to me. Teacher's really hot to me. Something about just like being there all day with them kids. I mean, sorry, that's not. I mean,
edit around that. Lord.
You know what I get from that, Greg? You like guys who can like, I won't say provide a service, but like guys who
or on their feet all day, maybe.
no, it's
Not blue collar.
That's yours. You'll get your turn.
That's funny. I think for me, like fantasy type of like role that I found attractive or would be a favorite is probably like a firefighter.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
fantasy.
why.
It's a fantasy like.
I'm
girlfriend.
talking about realistic.
Or like construction.
No, that's not as sexy. as you
Listen, I dated a detective, and
Oh,
that sounds hot, but no thanks.
military and police are definitely not high on that list for me.
They're not.
Yeah,
And you
but-
think the first time you like date a vet or something, you're like, oh,
all-
this is
it's
so
all
hot, and
It's
it's
been like,
yeah,
listen,
no, thank you.
They're fun. I've dated a bunch of finance guys
Yeah,
That's
I've been
not-
with a chef and that was amazing. So,
because the food was fire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I'll definitely go back to that.
I've dated unemployed though. That's probably lower than military.
Unemployed.
gosh.
I've dated IT guys. I've dated finance guys. IT guys are kind of fun because like to do that type of work, you have to like have an outlet on the outside of work. So they end up being like really cool people outside of their work lives. So IT guys are actually kind of fun guys to date,
Yeah, that is a hot job though.
and they're like analytical to a certain extent because they
Yeah.
have to be. So I like IT guys.
Shout out to the nerds out there.
Shout out to the
Oh, nerds. Yeah,
There's
all
something
day
sexy
long.
about it too. Yeah, if you're IT, I'm into it.
What's a favorite date that you all went on? Like a
Went
date-
on?
Like yeah, a date that stood out.
All right,
and be
hold
like,
on.
that's my favorite date.
It's a real thing. I've had the year of 2022 was that last year. I had a bunch of unintentional dates that I didn't realize were dates because I don't know what dating is apparently.
It's when two people come together with romantic interests. Usually one person pays, and sometimes there's sex afterwards.
Let me correct you though, right? So what if two people come together for a meal or drinks, and one person is just thinking, oh, this is just meals and a drink. And the other person is thinking, oh, this is like a thing. That's where I got in trouble with dates. We could do a whole episode on dates because I had like a bunch of dates last year that I did not realize were dates. And I had a bunch of fallouts with people who weren't like friends. They were just casuals or whatever. But I started to realize you got to stop going out to cocktails and dinner with these guys because they're thinking it's more than what you're thinking. Because I was literally going on meals.
You're going on meals. Listen to yourself.
Right.
No,
And you don't even
meals.
like to eat.
No, because someone was like, "Hey," I actually do undereat, and I have a issue with body dysmorphia. That's a different topic.
Oh my gosh!
That's
So
a-
what
that's
a
a
way
good-
to throw
different
that in
episode.
there. You just now he wants to make us feel bad for the comments about it.
No, I should feel bad. It's me. But no, literally, like, this is what would happen. Someone be like, "Hey, like, you got plans later?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm just, get off work." I'm like, "You got some meat?" Sure. To me, that's like, "Hey, you want to grab something to eat?" Sure. That's two people grabbing food. I didn't realize to a lot of people that's a date. So that date thing for you people who are single and like trying to date or whatever,
Not
be
too
careful
people.
with that because
But
So
also,
what's-
what do you have to say for you to make it like, hey, would you like to go on a date, perhaps, sir? Like, what would communicate to you that it's like
Saying the word date.
I mean, but this is a very casual culture that we live in.
So you can't really say the word date, but
That
If
scares
it's a
people
date,
off.
then you can call it a date. If not, you could just say, "Let's hang out." That's normally what people say these days.
But to me, hang out is literally hang out. So
But how did you
maybe
meet
I
these
should
people?
say the word date because I've gotten it. Sorry if I burped. I got in so much trouble because I was like not trying to date anyone, but I'm like, sure, I'll go for a cocktail. I'll go for whatever. I'll go for sushi.
But what was your favorite date? You haven't had a date that stands out.
No.
Like, no.
Because I didn't think they were dates. And
No,
they
but
all
one
ended
that you
terribly.
knew was a date. There's not one that stands out. Like,
No, you know what? That's the funny part. Anytime I've actually been on an actual like this is a date, it was awkward and terrible. Because one thing about me is most of everything I do in terms of people who I meet, it has to be organic. I'm not good with like planned interactions. So if someone tells me, "Hey, I want to take you out on a formal date," I've done that, and they've all been uncomfortable because once you say this is a formal date, then I'm like, oh, I got to be on my best behavior, or it's like it's weird. I can't feel comfortable. So I'm better when two people are just hanging out and we go somewhere to eat, and I'm just being me and awkward or saying some off the wall shit. So
what about you, Greg?
Yeah.
Is there a date that you've been on that's like
Yeah.
really stood out?
I feel like you've had some dates, some good dates probably.
Oh, dates. What is a date?
But
I will say,
These are the single people at the podcast.
yeah, I've had some. I mean, one sticks out that it was like the most perfect, like first encounter, and then I didn't get ghosted, but it was pretty damn near close. He lived in Austin, but we had just a night where we just like walked down 6th Street and talked, and it was just like the banter was there, and he switched it up on me, because afterwards he was like, I couldn't wait to kiss you. I couldn't wait to kiss you. Like, let's see each other soon. Like, and then I just kept texting him like we were like,
What's up?
yeah, like this was the vibe, And then he very quickly, like, I don't know, he got something in his head, but yeah, so it's tainted, I would say.
Jeez.
That was the best date I ever had. He ghosted me.
So all right, so when you and that guy met to walk down 6th Street, was it like, hey, I want to meet and let's go hang out?
Yeah.
Okay. But the word date wasn't used.
No, but it depends on where you meet them, because it's like you meet them on Tinder, it's a date.
Yeah.
It's a date. If you meet them on Grindr, it's hanging out. Probably it's yeah.
Yeah.
But like the whole dinner aspect of it kind of throws you off sometimes because it's like, wait, are we friends or what are we? And you can't really ask that.
I think for me, like me and Memphis had a really good first encounter, and we didn't use the word date. Like when we met on Tinder, we chatted and communicated for a while, and then he was like, "Hey, let me take you to dinner," and I was like, "Okay." So I think it was naturally implied that it was a date, especially when someone asked to take you out for dinner. But then after that, we kept hanging out, and he was like, "Do you want to come back to my place and like smoke a little hookah, have a cocktail?" And I was like, "Sure." So I went back, and we just spent the night just smoking hookah, and he introduced me to Noah's Ark, so we watched that all night, and then we stayed up all night. We went to, oh dang, what's the name of that? Went to some restaurant, Denny's. We went to Denny's at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my god, that's
And
so
got
cute.
food and came back and ate and went to sleep. It was nothing sexual. It was nothing inappropriate, but it was just the vibe was just right, and that's one that I think I'll always remember.
Well, you kind of had to say him. I mean, but that does sound like a magical
That's
evening.
not necessarily true. I mean,
I
first
mean,
of
but
all,
how if he
we're
listened to
not-
all the way through this episode?
He's
you-
not insecure.
all of a sudden-
and I've had a lot of great dates, and I also have put on a lot of great dates for other people. Like in one of my relationships, it was the person who was a chef. One of his favorite meals is like souffles. He loves a souffle, and there's a restaurant here in Dallas that specifically caters to nothing but souffles. So we took him out for drinks, and then we went to dinner. He didn't even know, and we went to this restaurant. He was so excited when he saw the menu. He was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you!" Yeah, so that's something that stands out too. That was, it wasn't a date for me, but that's a date that I put on for someone else that necessarily sticks out. So
I love putting on a date. I love being the daddy in the situation. I think that if you really like somebody, you should like pull out all the stops.
yeah, for sure, you should definitely do that. And I feel like I've done that in
What?
a lot of my relationships. And
I am awful.
I'm thinking of
You
the, I'm
never,
thinking of I'm thinking of the date that I had with a tall guy.
What's his? Oh my god.
Yeah,
What's his name though?
tall guy.
Same Northern California, Oakland.
Oakland. Yeah, there you go.
And we went to Lower. we like said it 3 times. We went to Lower Greenville, place he suggested, and we got crab. We got this like seafood boil, right? Mm-hmm. It was like over $100.
That shit's expensive.
I
yeah,
bought it.
seafood.
I was daddy, I was daddy, but he ended up kind of ghosting me too. So
That was weird.
You don't take nobody for seafood on a
that's
date like that.
expensive.
That's
he
expensive.
suggested it.
He should
Of course
pay.
he did. Yeah.
If I suggest, I need to pay because
It wasn't a match.
yeah. I don't know. I don't have any magical dates.
Well, I'll say this: once you find that person that you want to like actively do those things for, then
You'll know.
that's when you have those experiences.
Favorite simple pleasure.
Probably playing my game, playing my Xbox, playing my PS5.
I'm so immature.
When I get a chance to do it, that's pretty much my simple pleasure, really.
Can I be honest?
You don't have any simple pleasures.
No, it's just porn.
I mean, that is a simple pleasure.
Hey,
I mean, like 10 minutes before bed, knock it out, perfect sleep. I'm sorry.
I mean, but it does feel very like you're giving up on the day.
I wouldn't say giving up. It's just like it's like the nightcap of the day.
But it's like the sad way to end the day.
No, oh my, no.
It's not a sad way
It's
to end
not
it.
sad
It's
at
actually
all.
like you're releasing.
Maybe I'm
it.
It's
I'm
the
doing it
release.
wrong.
It's the release,
Oh, okay. Let me also say this real quick. I'm gonna be a little more serious. So Mother's Day just passed.
Yes.
So this is okay. I have a weird way of connecting things. When you said release, right?
Yeah. Where are you going with this?
I don't know. All right. So let me have my Antonio moment. I have really weird moments, right? Release is good in many ways, right? So we just mentioned sexually with whatever, but release is really good. So Mother's Day just passed, and Mother's Day is an interesting day because I've had a couple friends who have lost mothers recently, like the last year. So this is their first Mother's Day without like their mothers, right?
Yeah.
Kind of emotional, right? And one of my friends just started therapy because of that. He lost his mother and his brother, not together, but they both are gone recently,
Yeah.
right? And one thing that he learned is that your body has to have some form of release for toxins, whether it's working out, exercise, food, apple cider vinegar, water, release sweat, or whatever. Release is good in many different forms because your body has to exert things outside of itself. So going back to what we talked about before,
Wow.
Release is
You're
good.
taking
I'm
us on
sorry.
a journey.
What a way to circle back.
this
Yeah.
is my life. Everything connects in some way, form, or fashion, but release is good in many ways. So I love to end my nights if I don't engage in certain activities with a certain person, whatever. That is the best way to end your night because it's like you release and you go to bed and you start fresh the next day.
I'm all about semen retention. It raises testosterone.
This is off the rail.
Is that proven?
Yeah.
I think it works, actually. It's pretty
confidence, like clarity of mind. Yeah. I'll go a week without beating it off, and I'll be like,
it's good.
very confident, and like my workouts are better.
Yeah.
Jeez, okay. I mean, I definitely, it's not something that I do every day, but it's definitely not something I don't do every week.
Well, you
I mean, do you go tell Memphis you're going to play video games and go jerk off?
No, we don't need to lie to each other about that. If either one of us are going to do that, I'll be like, hey, you want to join me? Or,
that's fun.
But you don't ever just want to like be like, hey, let me go in the corner, or like not in the corner, but you don't ever just want to have one of those little.
A long time. Yeah.
I'm
It's
sure.
very therapeutic.
I mean, he probably loves every Tuesday when I'm not there, and
He's probably just bottle lotion, Pornhub.
Before we end the episode, we did get a random question for one of our listeners. They wanted us to answer, so let's do that. And shout out to Riley. My friend Riley is the one that gave us this question.
Riley, thank you for listening.
Shout out, Riley.
I hope to meet you someday.
So this is what he asked us. What was your gay awakening? Like, what male character did you see and was like, oh, wait.
What is that it?
Yeah.
Gay awakening.
Okay, that was a great
awakening.
question, Riley. I think mine was I want to say AJ from the Backstreet Boys. He was just kind of a bad boy in a way that was like I really responded to. He was
That's
covered
somebody
in
he felt that he was attracted to.
Okay.
what
He was like, he's not gay though. I was like,
Oh, yeah. I mean, of course,
Right.
yeah. I was attracted to AJ. You know, he was covered in tattoos. He was a bad boy, but also he could sing. So
Yeah.
that was mine.
mine was probably the Red Power Ranger, Jason.
Ooh,
Had a-
yeah.
I was like-
Yeah.
I seen him when I was like, hold on, I think I'm into this.
Yeah, I think also so the Red Power Ranger Jason was, and the
Tommy-
green
yeah.
one. Yeah,
Rest in peace. He recently passed away.
I did not know that.
Yeah, but yeah, he was a very nice looking man as well. What about you?
So when we say gay awakening, we mean like, I guess whatever character they're in our.
Childhood that was like, oh,
Like anything on like TV
Right.
movies that you were like, ooh, what is this feeling down there?
Interesting. All right. So one thing I want to preference is that these topics and things we discuss, we don't we meet before the podcast, but we don't plan out what we're going to say. We kind of generally know our topic. So this is like a complete left field. Didn't know this was coming. I'm really trying to think. I'm going down the memory bank of what was my gay awakening on TV. Okay, we're talking about TV.
TV, movie, pop culture,
magazine,
like,
anything.
Well, you
Talking
can even do
it had
like
to be wrestling. It had to be wrestling.
Oh,
Wrestling.
yeah.
Wrestling. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I was kind of stalling by saying that other shit I said before because I really didn't know, but it was wrestling because I just remember watching wrestlers. They're always in these skimpy outfits. They're all muscular, and I remember me and my friends would have little wrestling action figures and little toy rings that you buy at the store and wrestling with them. But I just always like Stone Cold Steve Austin and just underwear.
Yeah,
Southern Texas guy, just in underwear with a nice body, just stuff like that. It's just like,
used to make them hump.
yeah,
oh, for sure.
they were humping, cheeks were clapping.
Thanks so much, Riley, for that question. I hope we answered it.
Thanks,
if you
Riley.
guys want to answer it too, respond, give us feedback on the podcast. Let us know what you think. And if you want to submit a question, feel free to do that. There's multiple ways you can do it. Our Twitter is LMFpod03. And our email is letmefinish03@gmail.com. Thank you guys for listening. Until next time.
Yeah, and we want to hear your favorite things. So sound
Yes.
off in the chat.
Yes.
And we'll be back next week. We won't take a 2-week break again for a while, but we'll be back next week.
Oh, we need to talk about that. I'm traveling next week.
Again.
Okay. We'll talk about it.
We might be taking a break.
Bye.
Bye.